First, let's talk about Jay, this idiot who's been trolling me for 5 years, hasn't grown up, hasn't had a life. First, and let's go to
Grow up, you fucking assholes.
Well, folks, it's time. Disclaimer. The following is made for various purposes. Please do not go witch hunting the person that is shown or mentioned in the video. Viewer discretion is advised. Dionn. When will you ever learn?
That your actions have consequences!
For the past few years, I've been seeing this guy doing some controversial shit throughout the web. Making lies about people, making money out of copyright models from games. More lies. And more lies. Even more lies. Oh, and there was this one time where he wanted to swat me. Literally, what were you thinking, man? Don't you know that swatting is a felony and you could get into legal trouble for doing that? And now, he's back with another video to expose people like us. Is it gonna be good, or will it just flop like his other videos? Well, only one way to find out. Let's start the video.
Hello and welcome to Grow Up, you fucking assholes.
Hold up a minute. I thought this was gonna be called,
That's bullshit.
Why the title change all of a sudden? I mean, if you're going to make a series of videos, just don't keep changing the title all the time.
This MMD user says, I broke his rules with his models. You mean Star Fox, Pokemon, and Sonic models?
I mean, yeah, he did convert them to MMD, rigged them, and gave them facials, but still, we need to abide by the rules. However, you did break the rules. You don't even understand what you're doing, nor do you care at all.
Now you say, I make a profit from models and it's illegal.
That's because it is illegal. You also give out links for people to download them, and those links can contain viruses, and the users would end up having their computers infected with said virus. And you shouldn't be making money out of someone's models, especially if they're from games, mobile or console, unless it's something that you made from scratch. Why would anyone bother donating to you? We don't need to pay for a key decryption on Mega just to get a single model, and we don't need to give you money on PayPal because of it.
Waste of money.
Profiting copyrighted models that belongs to gaming companies like Sega, Nintendo, Sony, Capcom, Ubisoft, Toys for Bob, Activision, etc. is against the EULA. And if that's the case, you'd most likely end up getting sued by most of the gaming companies.
Or suffer even more consequences than that.
From 2009 to 2019, you can see I hardly made $23, which is hardly much of a profit you're claiming I make.
That doesn't matter because you're still really scummy for pulling those nasty tricks up your sleeve. What's your excuse?
Get a job, hippie!
Oh, poor fans, Mr. Cookie Blaster. Oh my heavens! Poor Blaster's soul!
Bro, the sound that you're making is hurting my ears. That it's absolutely disgusting for me to listen to the shit that comes out of your mouth.
Poor bless his soul for attacking me when he's playing the pity party cards.
I'm sorry, what? Pity party cards?
You serious?
Pity party cards.
It's my party and I cry for one, two,
That kind of phrase doesn't even exist, and it makes zero sense whatsoever. What the fuck?
Oh, don't get me started on Genji the shit troll Utao user.
I'll give him props for pronouncing my username correctly. However, I don't troll others. That was never my intention to do that at all.
I used to help him with Utao, but he always says all's wrong. You mean because I'm American?
No, you dingus! It doesn't matter what your nationality is when you're making an Utao. I said that because your Utao, in general, isn't that good. You guys want me to give you an example? Here, I'll show you some.
Where my already test have on the place left to nicely when not at home side to telemarketing today. Can you kusukui Kodai Rukarada Surawa Imamoku Tomatako Kei Every night I with a lion, every night I with you. Every night I your way, I dream on a illusion.
See what I mean? He puts minimum effort into making his voice banks of Xenon, and they ended up sounding very choppy, out of tune, not timed correctly, and off-putting. Sometimes he uses the wrong phonetics when he makes USTs for his English voice banks. Like, dude, seriously? There is a guide on how to use each phonetics. How can you not English? Most of his voice banks aren't even autoed properly. If you don't know how to auto, have someone do it for you. And the way you pronounce your R's for your Japanese voice banks is just incorrect in every way. You're also too close to your mic, so it ends up making popping sounds. I think I'm rambling too much, so let's just continue with the video.
I say my R's in a certain way, so shut the fuck up.
Alright, whatever. If you're not going to improve, then you do you, boo.
There's gonna be a hell to pay. It definitely crossed the line. What line? Mr. Cookie Blaster literally does not own the copyright to Star Fox, Pokemon, or any of the Sonic games. So, how am I breaking any rules again?
And yet, here you are playing victim as usual. We still know what you did recently this month. How do I know this? On Twitter, Mr. Cookie Blaster DM'd me talking about Dionn's video and that he broke his rules. I also saw comments shaming Dionn for what he's done. There were comments like, "Not gonna download, go fuck yourself," and "His models are gone and it's all your fault."
It's all your fault! All your fault!
It wasn't long until he deleted some comments and then disabled them entirely. Sheesh. For a grown man, he can't handle the backlash he's getting, and he's only making things worse. I highly doubt that he read any of my comments. It's mostly because he blocked me here, which doesn't surprise me.
How about this one? He's causing drama over models so he can just rip himself. I don't know why the hell he's bothering you when he's banned from DA. Okay, first off, why are you stalking me?
Ah, boy, here we go.
Dionn, nobody's trying to stalk you. What Rune said is true. You did get banned from DA. That was back in 2017, and that's a fact. And yet you try to come back on the same website with sock puppet accounts, and you try to pretend to be a different person. You failed in so many ways that even your alternate accounts got banned too. That's what you shouldn't be doing. Ban people. Because once you're banned from DeviantArt, you're not allowed to make another account under the same email address.
Second, why does it matter where or how I get models when Mr. Cookie Blaster is doing the exact same thing? So, hypocritical much?
Are you sure about that?
Oh, Promptus, you son of a bitch. I am shocked he's still doing this. You claimed and did DMC attacks on my DeviantArt when I had one,
Which you still do.
and then said you own Five Nights at Freddy's when you are not Scott Cawthon.
Stop right there.
This is what Promptus said to you when you still had your main account.
I am aware you are stalking me, and I took those models down because I don't want them up anymore. I never claimed the parts or owned the copyright. I remodeled them and retextured them like any other MMDer who fiddles with parts in the community. Yet, you treat me as a bad guy and you rip models and try to sell them off, which seems more of a crime than whatever you're accusing me of. You can flag me, but you have nothing on me. Everyone knows what you have been doing, from the harassment to the false death threats you claimed others were doing to you when DA found no proof.
Just like she said, she only edited the models, took parts, and put them together so that she could make them her own way. And she's right, you never showed any proof. hence why you were bullshitting her in the first place by accusing her for stealing. Also, I wouldn't call King Cosma, Rin, or Wolfrun Furloids because, well, obviously Rin is a Vocaloid, and King Cosma and Wolfrun are anime characters.
What's wrong with you?
You even tried to redistribute her models, which is a no-no, and she reported you for that.
So, you ignorant assholes need to learn how to grow up, fucking grow some balls, and leave me alone, because I left you alone long enough, and then you attacked me saying, oh, your pity parties.
That's funny, because you're the guy to start shit for no reason, while we're the ones who's stopping you from your bad deeds.
Then you post stuff like this, saying I sell models when I sold the mega keys to download the models, which was like 10 cents to download.
Like I said before, nobody wants to pay for a freaking key decryption. Not even for a penny.
You couldn't show the stuff I posted, clearly saying, if you wanted to help me out, donate, or whatever. So you're making a lot of bullshit, and you can't even get a lot of facts right.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
Don't get me started on Rune 3691 because she got pissy because I pointed out that HD textures for eyes were not HD. They weren't even close to 720p. They were not HD.
Excuse me, but did you just assume his fucking gender? I kid. But still, the eyes he edited were the default eyes for the models that came with MMD. He had to recolor them with, I think, GIMP or Photoshop? Probably either or. Also, 720p? You do realize that the image files are bitmap, right? If the image for the eyes were 720 by 720, the file would be too big, and the eyes wouldn't look good enough. So the only way to fix that is to either rescale the texture in a paint program, or to use PMX editor to adjust them. What do you think this is? Some sort of video platform? When that happened back in 2016, he told Rune that he didn't have permission from a source material to edit the textures, and that they don't even look like they're HD. Then I had to post a comment and give him a piece of my mind. I told him that we don't need Animasa's permission to edit the textures, and that he should look back at his stuff and see how crappy they were. Because he doesn't know diddly squawkadoodle doodly daolio. I don't see the point of you bringing up stuff from the past, which nobody cares about. Next!
Oh, Wendy Satoshi. You like to steal others' models and then edit them and then pretend like you own all rights to them, which I noticed with your Pokemon models, so stop with your ego, man. Grow up.
Hey! Do not bring MMD Satoshi into this. He didn't do anything to you. Why are you bullying him for? FYI, Einstein, the models were already ripped out of the game by someone else. He ports the models to MMD so that he could rig them and give them facials. He gave credit to Nintendo as well, so therefore he's not stealing from anyone. Not only does MMD Satoshi port stuff into that software, but he makes his own models as well. Some good examples are Ash, Azrael, Waffle Rye Bread, Red Saverin, and a few others as well. Also, how the hell can you mispronounce Ash's Japanese name wrong? It's Satoshi, not Satoshi. Get it right.
What the hell? What kind of laugh was that? It's horrendous. Also, my ears are in pain. Again.
Oh, Mr. Cookie Blaster. Love to see you trying to hide your stuff. It only makes you look even more stupider.
Dude, are you blind? He blocked you. Blocked you. Seeing this page when you try to visit someone's user page means that they have blocked you and prevented you from seeing their gallery, as well as not being able to comment and having you being automatically removed from the watch, and the pictures that you fave are automatically removed from your fave list as well. If someone were to unblock you, they wouldn't block you again for the next 2 days. Just leave him alone already.
How about this, Mr. Cookie Blaster? the Sonic Forces model that I unlocked for people to download, which you took from, who was it again? Oh, that's right. The model was created by Brock Rock, which you tried claiming was your model.
Wrong. Nebrock Rock didn't make the model. It was made by Sega. You can't just assume stuff that what people made, since it's not theirs to begin with. Nebrock only renders stuff, and he put up that model of the custom hero for download so that others could port it to different 3D softwares. How about you learn to do some research, Dionn? And again, he never claimed the model to be his at all. Stop accusing us for things we didn't do, damn it.
How do you figure that you can steal other people's models, throw your own rules on models you did not create or own? So how the fuck do you have an ego so big that you think you are above the law?
Mr. Cookie Blaster doesn't have a big ego. You do.
I swear, you are one of the shittiest people I ever met, and you really need to go fuck off.
So are you. Same to you as well, good sir. And to tell you the truth, both of us used to be friends with you until you showed your true colors. There are other things I've seen him do online. He tried to sell a model of Crystal from Star Fox, which was made by Warfare Machine a few years ago. He literally made the model from scratch, and you're trying to sell it to people, yet you say that you got it from SFM Lab, and that he doesn't own it. How could you? Don't you understand that people on the website make their own models as well, instead of making mods of other models and ripping them from games? You are not supposed to make profit of models that you didn't make. Not to mention that last year, you accused him for stealing a model of Fox from someone else by telling that to people who commented on his post. Is it really that hard for you to tell the difference between one model and the other based on the same character? Because I think it is. They are the same character, but the way that they are modeled are very different from each other. So don't try to accuse him for stealing anything that he quote-unquote didn't make. This childish attitude of yours needs to be put to an end. After all, what you're doing is illegal. For once in your life, make your own models from scratch. People are trying to help you improve, and what do? You spit on their faces just by simply attacking them, or come up with excuses on why you can't do that. Quit being so lazy. This is the reason why there are more people that are avoiding you throughout both the MMD and the UTAL community. You're not going to get any better if you don't take people's advice on improving your stuff, you know. And yet, here you are still using Warfare Machine's models of Fox. Really? After what you did? Seriously, man, what the hell is wrong with you? You think that he'll let this slide after you accuse him of something that he never did?
Fuck no!
There is absolutely no way that Warfare Machine is going to give you a second chance. He doesn't deserve your respect at all. You know, I find it ironic how you accuse Warfare Machine for stealing, when you steal models yourself. Is it really that hard for you to understand anything?
Roll up, you fucking assholes.
I'm sexy and I know it.
As of February, there was a YouTube account that was made with the same username. The only difference is that it's actually impersonating him. But, since Dionn found about it not too long ago, he decides to put the blame on both me and Mr. Cookie Blaster for making that YouTube account, when obviously neither of us made that account, but it was someone else. And to tell you the truth, I really don't know who made it, but all I can say is, it's for his own good. And this wasn't the first time that the troll made a fake account of Dionn. That happened several years ago. My memory may be a bit vague, but I'll show you what happened. I wouldn't say that Dionn deserved this, but he had it coming. He's been also trolled by other people besides the impersonator. And again, even if he tries to put the blame on me or a few others, nobody's going to listen to his little white lies. Who knows if they're gonna come back. He also thinks that I'm part of the UTTP, aka the YouTube Troll Police, which I'm not. If you don't know what the YouTube Troll Police is, basically, it's a group of trolls that like to raid fandoms, and cyberbully a lot of YouTubers for no good reason. And yes, they are extremely toxic. I wouldn't go near any single one of them if I were you. About 6 months ago, he turned Miriam into a Nutao. Yes, you heard me well, folks. Dionn Runk turned a cancelled voice bank for Vocaloid into a Nutao, and he put her up for download. I'm not joking, this actually happened. Why would you do that?
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
This is literally against Vocaloid's terms and conditions. Why would you ever think this was a good idea? You are never allowed to import any Vocaloids to Utao. At all.
This is illegal, you know.
You also try to make Neru and Haku Utaos too. That is still
Unacceptable!
Even though Miriam is not for purchase anymore, just like Leon and Lola, the voice banks are still owned by Zero G. Believe me, they will take legal action on you for what you've done. And because of that, people on Twitter and Amino found out about this. After all, you did post it to the public. And even if you say that you had Miriam's permission for doing that by email, then where is your proof? You really didn't think this through, did you? And it looks like you're gonna have to deal with the cease and desist. What are you gonna say about that, huh? And now, you just crossed the line. Big time. You really are a piece of work. I really hope that he never does the same thing ever again. God damn it! Okay, I'm gonna stop this video right here. So I'll be uploading part 2 around October. Stay tuned for that.